So as a lot of my old school viewers know, I used to do a lot of these tier list videos back in the day where I would rank stocks from best to worst based off of a tier list system. And in today's video, I actually want to bring that style back and do a tier list ranking of the best stockbrokers that people use to buy and sell stocks, as well as cryptos and options and other things too. But if you're not familiar with tier lists, it's basically just a ranking system to rank something from best to worst. So we're going to do it for stockbrokers, and it'll be based on a combination of factors. So I'm going to use my own personal opinion with each of these brokers, as well as the experience that a lot of my friends and family have had with it and what they've shared with me. And I will also be taking into consideration various review websites that have gone in depth into these different brokers as well. So it's going to be a combination of different opinions, and I'm going to kind of mash it all into my own personal opinion on each of these and try to rank them from best to worst. Now, this will be more beginner friendly oriented, so I might place a little more importance on things like how easy is the platform to use? Does it charge a lot of fees? Is it free? Do they offer things like fractional shares that can be very beginner friendly? But I will also consider more experienced things like, does it have any analytical tools? Does it offer third-party research? Does it offer different types of investments, like not just stocks, but also bonds and options and crypto and stuff like that? And does it have good customer service? So I'm going to be looking at a number of different factors to be judging and to be ranking these brokers. But with that said, guys, let me know if you want to see a tier list of any other topic you can think of, like anything stocks related or financial related. But this is going to be a fun one. I can't wait to jump into this with you. So let's not waste any more time. Let's just go ahead and dive straight into it. By the way, if you do want to support the channel, please just hit that like button, subscribe. Really helps keep this channel alive. Thank you for all that support. But let's go ahead and jump into it. Okay, so let's start by just making a quick list of some brokers that we'll be choosing from here. I went with 13 options that I think are some of the most talked about brokers out there, and I feel that this is a really diverse group here. So I went with this one. I sorted it by alphabetical order, and that includes Acorns, Ally Invest, Ameritrade, Betterment, Cash App, Charles Schwab, Etrade, Fidelity, M1 Finance, Merrill Edge, Robinhood, SoFi, and Webull. So starting first here with Acorns, some of the pros include the fact that it's a very simple and easy to use app. It has both automated features as well as direct investing. And what really stands out is its unique rounded off feature that lets you link your credit or debit cards to it. And whenever you make a purchase, you can actually have it round up your charges and automatically invest the difference into stocks or ETF, which is kind of innovative. And it even offers some banking features as well. However, for the cons, you have to keep in mind that this is a very simplified app that will not include any kind of robust analytical features for high intensity day traders or anything like that. It's meant to be more of a passive tool for investing. It also doesn't offer options trading or crypto trading. And worst of all, they charge a $3 monthly fee for an investment account, which is kind of ridiculous considering how many brokers out there are free to use these days. I get that you pay for that kind of spare change automated investing gimmick, but I personally feel that investors should be paying closer attention to their investments anyway, so I would never use it myself. I think it's okay for beginners though, and I'll still rank it near the middle, kind of in the C tier, because it's a unique way of getting people to invest without thinking too much about it, but overall, I still feel that there's better options out there. Next up, Ally Invest. Pros. Ally is an actual bank, ranked 25th largest in America, which means you get a lot of bank-related features and functionalities like instantly transferring funds between your accounts. It also has a robust website platform in addition to an easier-to-use mobile app, and it offers stocks, ETFs, bonds, and options trading. For the cons, though, there are no fractional shares, which means you have to buy whole shares even if the price is really high, like Microsoft stock, for example, which is almost $300 a share right now. They also don't offer any cryptocurrencies, and surprisingly, there's also some sneaky fees added on, like 50 cents per options contract, $1 per bond, and about $5 for any stock that is under $2 a share, which is something that I've never even heard of myself. So overall, I would only recommend Ally if you actually bank with them already. But if you're not a customer, I think there's much better options out there. So I'm putting them pretty low in the D tier. Next up, Ameritrade, or TD Ameritrade, who was actually acquired by Charles Schwab back in 2020 and will merge operations later this year. As it stands though, you can still invest through either platform, Ameritrade or Charles Schwab, which leads us into the pros. Because Schwab is actually the eighth largest bank in America, you'll likely get a lot of bank features and synergies added to it over time if you bank with them. On top of that, Ameritrade has offered a robust trading platform online with a more simplified app for your phone too. It has a lot of analytical tools and provides third-party research and information, and it's also beginner-friendly with various learning tools and tips to help you along the way, and it offers trading for both stocks and options. However, it does not currently have fractional shares or crypto, which can be a deal breaker for many people. There's also some uncertainty as to how the platform will change if it integrates further with Charles Schwab later this year. And while it does offer zero commission fees for stocks and ETFs, they do charge 65 cents per options contract. Overall, though, it's a great choice for most investors, both experienced and beginners, and I've also heard good things about them from friends. So I guess I'll put them near the middle in the C tier, but I'm still putting them behind Acorns since Acorns at least offers something kind of unique and different. Overall, I'm just not a huge fan of Ameritrade. Okay, next up, Betterment, which is an app that is focused on automated investing more than anything else. What we refer to as really a robo-advisor. It does feature other offerings too though, like an IRA, a 401k if you have employees, and even crypto trading. And overall, the app is easy to use and beginner friendly for anyone that wants a more passive investing experience where the app does most of the work for you. However, it has some major cons, like not being able to individually choose a single stock to invest a specific amount in, because this is again, robo-advisor, it's like automated investing, it's like choosing it for you. It also doesn't have a robust platform for more analytical types of investors and traders, and because it's an automated platform that does the investing for you, it also charges a fee for that service, usually around $4 a month, as well as a 1% fee for crypto trading. I would never use it myself. It's going in the D tier because I think it's dumb to use a robo-advisor anyway. I mean, I don't really know why someone would be buying stocks if they're not willing to put any kind of effort or research into it themselves. It just seems kind of lazy to me. So I'm going to put them there, and I feel like at least Acorns has some kind of unique gimmick for rounding off purchases, so I'm keeping Acorns ahead of them in the C tier. Next up, though, is going to be the Cash app from Square, which is actually an app similar to something like Venmo, where you can send and receive money from other Cash App users. However, they recently integrated stock investing into the app, making it even more useful. It also offers commission-free trading, so there's no fees. There's fractional shares, so you can buy as little as $1 of a stock, and it's overall very beginner-friendly. Just search the stock or ETF that you're looking for and purchase the amount you want. For the cons though, it's not a robust platform at all, so don't expect a bunch of useful tools and analytical features or third-party data. It only offers stocks, ETFs, and Bitcoin, so also don't expect other asset types like tons of other cryptos or bonds or options or an IRA or anything like that. However, those features could potentially be added in the future. Overall, it's great at what it's supposed to do, and if you already use the Cash App for other purchases and you just want to integrate like a simple way to buy stocks on top of that, then this is clearly a great choice for you. But for the rest of us, it's pretty mediocre and it goes into the D tier. All right, next up is going to be Charles Schwab. Now, this one is going to be very similar to TD Ameritrade since they'll be merging with them soon. However, I feel that they are considerably better. Charles Schwab is considerably better. You still get those bank synergies from Charles Schwab, but unlike Ameritrade, this one actually does offer fractional shares with still a robust platform, a great mobile app, and everything else you get from Ameritrade. The only thing that they lack is crypto trading, and they do still charge option fees. But for most investors, especially beginners, it's a solid and well-trusted choice, and it's definitely better than Ameritrade, so I'll put them higher in the B tier. Next up is going to be Etrade, which is not only the one of the oldest investing brokers out there, but it's also the very first one that I started using myself, and I still use it to this day. So I have a ton of experience with it. And I'll tell you right now that there are many things that I still like about them. They're one of the largest, so I feel safe using them. They have excellent customer service. I've been able to call and reach someone every time that I needed help. And they have commission-free trading for stocks on a pretty good online platform, as well as a mobile app with tons of features, analytical tools, and more. And I don't personally day trade, but I know that a lot of day traders actually like E-Trade as well. However, throughout all of my many years of experience with them, even leading up to today, there are still a few things that I am not a huge fan of. For one, the entire interface for both the website and the mobile app has always felt a little old and outdated to me, even with some recent updates that they've made. Whereas other mobile apps like Robinhood are much nicer looking, way more simplified, more polished, and in my opinion, they're just smoother, faster, and easier to navigate. On top of that, to this day, E-Trade still refuses to offer fractional shares, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. And while they are commission free, for most things, they do still charge for options trading and don't even offer crypto trading either. So even though I like to use them on occasion, it's more so because I've always had it and never left. But these days, I prefer using Robinhood instead. So I'll rank them somewhere in the B tier. I think even Charles Schwab may be a better choice for beginners since they at least offer fractional shares. Okay, next up, we have Fidelity, a very popular choice among investors and traders. In fact, it's actually the largest broker at over 40 million user accounts. They're also known for having outstanding customer service, and they even have physical branch locations across the US if you need more personal help. Their platforms are robust, they have strong analytics, resources, and beginner-friendly tools, as well as user-friendly mobile apps as well. Their trades are also commission-free, and they're one of the few big dogs that actually offers fractional shares in addition to cryptos, options, bonds, IRA, and more. Really, the only con I can think of is that they charge a small fee for options contracts, but other than that, they're really top-notch, and I'm putting them in the S tier because of it. They've earned their strong reputation for a reason. All right, up next, M1 Finance, which is an app that I've used myself too. However, I am really not a big fan of them anymore. I know some people really like them. I just don't like them anymore. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some pros. When it first came out, it was one of the few options out there that offered fractional shares, but it's always used this sort of gimmick pie style of passive investing where you basically separate your target portfolio into slices where each stock is a slice, and then you choose how big you want it to be, and then the app just kind of does all the work for you in terms of buying, selling, and rebalancing your portfolio to match that pie. I know that sounds kind of complicated, and to be honest, it sort of is. I mean, they do offer individual stock buying too, but even there, the trades don't execute right away because they only give you like one trading window per day, and most of the time your orders just get processed the next day for a completely different price than what you wanted. And I believe the only way to get more executing windows is if you pay for an annual plus membership of over $100, not to mention that it doesn't offer crypto either, so it's just a no-brainer F tier for me. It started out cool, but over time it just became annoying. Again, at least just for me, in my opinion. I do still have stocks in mind, but I don't really use it to buy anymore, and I'll probably transfer everything out eventually at some point. Up next, though, is going to be Merrill Edge, who is actually owned by Bank of America, which is the second largest bank. So there's a lot of safety and synergies there if you're also a customer, which, by the way, using Merrill, you get access to Bank of America's premium research and data, which is extremely useful as well. Plus, Bank of America has branches practically everywhere across the country with representatives to help you with any questions or concerns you have right there in person. And they have commission-free trading for stocks as well. However, they don't offer fractional shares or even crypto, which is something that these legacy players really need to step up their game on. Overall, though, it's a great and very safe option for most, and I really want to give them A tier for their size, prestige, and reliability. But no fractional shares? I'm sorry, that's a deal breaker. You're dropping down to the B tier because of that. The next broker, however, is actually the one that I use the most out of anything, and that is Robinhood. And while they've faced a lot of controversy recently during the whole GameStop and meme stocks fiasco, which I've been a huge critic of them myself for that, and I've made videos on that, they are still, though, in my opinion, easily the most streamlined, easy to use, beginner friendly, and just overall buttery smooth investing app to use that is always fun for me to use, with lots of features, a dedicated online platform, and I believe they were even the first broker to offer commission-free trading, which kind of disrupted the entire market and made it easier for all of us to invest more often. So I've always liked them and kind of respected them for that. On top of that, they've also been expanding ever since with the addition of fractional shares, cryptocurrencies, IRA, IPO investing, options, a cash management account with a debit card and accrued interest, and several other innovative things that have pushed the legacy players to finally start adopting as well. I mean, if it wasn't for Robinhood, I really think a lot of the legacy players wouldn't have done a lot of things that they've been kind of forced to do. And they're also one of the very few on here that actually doesn't charge any fees, even on options or crypto trading either. The only real knocks on Robinhood is that they don't have all the cryptos and all the international ADR stocks out there, but they keep adding more to them over time. And another con is that they're not as analytically advanced as other platforms. So if you're like a really huge kind of day trader, or you're all about you're all about stock analysis and analysis based trading, then you might not like Robinhood that much. Plus, you have to pay a $5 monthly fee for Robinhood Gold if you want access to some of their premium third-party data and research. But I can get that information elsewhere anyway, so overall, it's still just my favorite overall and most enjoyable investing app to use. Like, I don't want to use anything else. I just like using Robinhood, so I have to give them the S tier because of that. If you don't like Robinhood, though, a great alternative, and some would argue that it's maybe even a better choice, would be SoFi, who not only offers all those same things as Robinhood, but they're really just an all-in-one financial management platform that can handle like all your stuff. Like, it can handle your loans, your debt consolidations, your mortgages, your insurance, your checking account, savings account, IRA. It can help you with financial planning. It just basically does everything in one place, and that's awesome. And it's also commission-free on practically all trades. I don't use it myself yet, but I'm probably going to start using it soon just to diversify my holdings a little, and maybe even do a loan or something on it in the future. But the only drawback I would say is that they also lack some of the more robust analytical tools, and that they do also charge a fee for crypto trades of around 1%. I'm still going to put them in the S tier because I think it's a great, innovative, kind of all-around platform, but it's going to go behind Robinhood because of those crypto fees. All right, and finally, I'll just mention Webull here, which is kind of like Robinhood Lite in that it offers many similar things and also has a super easy to use and streamlined mobile app. And they offer fractional shares, crypto trading, options, IRAs, and commission-free stocks as well. However, they do charge a small fee for both options per contract, as well as a 1% spread on crypto trades. So it's a weaker version in my opinion, and it'll go just a little lower, just in the A tier because of it. But there you have it, guys. Those are my rankings here. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Would you move anything around? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. I think it'd be very interesting to look at that. But anyway, thanks again for stopping by, everyone. I really appreciate all your support. I hope you're all doing well, and good luck with your investing journey and anything else that you pursue in life. But thank you again. I'll catch you in the next one, my friends. Take care. Bye-bye.